So for how thick this leather is, I had to go with a different template. There's just too many folds, too many petals on this one. So for the thicker material, I had to go with the less amount of petals, and it actually looks better. This works fine for real thin leather, not for the thicker stuff. You want to get as thin and stiff as leather you can find. You don't want to get a thick leather. You don't want to get a soft leather. For instance, you can see how rough and loose that grain is. This is from the belly. And you can just see how super soft that is. While that's nice for many other things, it's not good for one of these coin pouches. This will not hold any shape. You won't be able to form it. And with this, you can dye this leather. You can do different liners. The original actually never had a liner. This original one did. This is thicker leather, so you could probably get away without having it, but to help keep it stiff and working right, I think a liner helps. So when you see, it wants to fold instead of pop open. That's what you want to do, is to pop open, not fold on you. So a liner is helpful for that. That'll be the inner liner. Maybe this will help give you an idea what I'm thinking. Yeah, so a little bit of a Ninja Turtle theme for any kids or adults who grew up with this that like it. However, I'm not going to put this on the outside as much as it would look good. Going in and out of your pocket, this would eventually wear through the stitches and come off, so this is actually going on the shell and going on the inside. So something like that. That's just sat in place. I gotta stitch this down to the shell, but so this I never showed making it. I kind of an afterthought, really. I didn't think I was going to show any of this. I didn't really know where I was going with this video when making it, and then this kind of happened. So all this is pieces of dyed leather cut out hexagon shape. All right, just print something off the internet, get the shape going, and then cut it out. And this is what it started off as. This white leather, 25 cents for this piece. Dyed it, cut it out, and then dyed the edges after gluing it to a thin, soft piece of suede. So that's going to be the inner liner. So we got two different colors of dyes, light tan and dark brown, and depending on how thick or how many coats you put on there, that's both the same color. This one's darker than the other. This is a chrome tan. This does take dye quite well, and I think it stands up. Well, I don't know if it stands up much better than the veg tan. I think it's a little less susceptible to water moisture sweat. But if this ever does get wet on you, you can always just fold it flat on a hard surface with some heavy books on there, let it dry, and then you're good to go again. But you generally shouldn't have any issues with this leather. You want to find the thinnest leather you can. You get some that are quite thick, and you want a stiff leather, not a soft leather. So when gluing your inner pad in, you want to use contact cement if you can. If you don't have it, can't find it, an alternative you could try, and this you can find at Walmart, is this fabric glue. This is kind of similar to contact cement, similar smelling, and it actually works fairly well and is fairly cheap. So it's an alternative. Not as good as contact cement, but still works quite well. And of course, once you get it glued in there, you want to let it sit and dry for probably a good day, so everything's fully cured. Then your coin pouch is done, or coin wallet. Never a purse, because it's not a purse.